graphics and put the music in and all the good stuff. That way I can make this look more realistic and more like an actual big-time rivalry. Smackdown, Raw, NXT, huge deal. But again, any of you want to see any matches, just go on there. You let me know what kind of matches you want to see on my channel. So the Usos right now with the advantage on Carl Anderson here. And Luke Gallows over in the corner, getting ready to get tagged in at some point. To be honest, I have no idea the difference between the Usos, so I'm just going to say Uso has the advantage. Because I wish I could tell you, but for whatever reason, it's just really hard to tell the twins apart for me. So I'm just like, Uso is attacking Carl Anderson. Generic Uso, number 1 or 2, is attacking Carl Anderson. So we're going to have to see how this match turns out. And speaking of which, I'm going to release a video after Extreme Rules is over on Sunday telling you my thoughts. Make sure to watch that because not only do you get to see what I think, but you could post what you thought of Extreme Rules and what you thought of it. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty good show. We've got to see a lot of good changes to the WWE recently. I know a lot of people hated WrestleMania because the match results didn't really matter all that much, but I mean, you know, I think that WWE is going in the right direction so far. Obviously, there's a lot of things wrong with it still, but I think it's going in a better direction than the last few years. So that's always a plus for me. The club currently with the advantage here over the Usos. It's Carl Anderson now sent over the top rope, and Uso drops him back in. And now an early pin attempt. Yeah, that's not going to keep him down. Generic Uso needs to make sure that he beats him down hard enough. And I'd like to apologize if you like the Usos and you think that I'm being mean. I'm not. I just don't know them apart. So I'm calling them Generic Uso. I'm just whoever's in the ring. Generic Uso. And now, Luke Gallows is in. Gotta love Luke Gallows. He's got a lot of power. While individually, I mean, they're all both pretty okay, but as a tag team, they work really well. They've got a lot of good chemistry together. And now, Generic Uso grabs the ropes here. So that's always that's probably the smartest thing. You know, you see the ropes, you grab them.
What a match this is going to be.
But Luke Gallows, he had an interesting run in the Straight Edge Society, if I'm allowed to talk about the Straight Edge Society. I think I am. Straight Edge Society was awesome, by the way. I mean, I loved how great of heels they were, but it was mainly CM Punk. And I'm not a huge CM Punk fan. I'm not gonna tell you, oh my God, he's the greatest ever. But he was pretty good. He was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. So I missed that part. I would like to see him have some matches with certain superstars. Like I would love to see CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I think that match would be really interesting. Or CM Punk versus Shinsuke Nakamura would be interesting. I could just imagine some of the promos that CM Punk would have with some superstars. Like if he had some sort of tag team partner and he fought Enzo Amore and Kaz. Enzo Amore is brilliant on the mic. Big Kaz needs a little bit of help, but I think that he's getting somewhere. He's trying. He's trying, which is more than Roman Reigns can really say. And I'm sorry if you like Roman Reigns. I'm going to bash on him a little bit because I find him boring, to be honest with you. I think I just lost a whole ton of viewers after I said that. I don't know for a fact, though. I barely pay attention to actually how many people are watching this on Twitch. My main hope is that eventually this will become a semi-big series where even if it's just 100 people, even if it's just 50 people, I could actually get a somewhat decent audience to eventually continuously watch this. That's my hope. Obviously I would love to have like a couple of thousand people watch this so that I can eventually get some money, start putting it towards these videos, because this is what I do. This is what I do like all day. This is my jam right here, is putting on all these videos, not just WWE, but Pokemon, but actual vlogs, but anime reviews, talking about my book, Madden 16, even though that one will probably get cut off, especially if people don't like it very much. I did have that humorous kind of moment where I had no idea what the fuck was going on, and I ran backwards to Cincinnati and fumbled the ball, and it was really bad. I thought for sure I had just cost Cincinnati the game with that. Cincinnati ended up winning, by the way. It was kind of amazing, because I thought for sure I fumbled the ball. It was like at the 7-yard line. Whoever they played, I think Oakland, scored. I was like, oh man, I just fucked up this simulation mode. It's supposed to be that I don't play and mess up anything for any teams, and I just did, and they ended up winning, so I was pretty happy about that, but I did kind of fuck up their stats quite a bit. So we're at a count of 4. And now Luke Gallows back into the ring here. So we're going to start kind of focusing back on this match a little bit rather than opinions. So Luke Gallows now picking Uso up. And now it looks like he's going for the superplex. Yep, superplex off the top rope. Some people don't go for the superplex. They go for like a power bomb, or they go for a DT or something like that. So I can't say off the top of my head. But now here comes Generic Uso, and Generic Uso going for the cover. 2, and a kick out. You know, I could probably tell if I knew their tattoos apart, but I don't, to be honest with you. Though I don't know if their tattoos are different. No, their tattoos are different. Yeah. But I don't know which one's which. I think this is Jay? I don't know. Generic Uso on the attack here. And now throwing Luke Gallows into the corner. I was a little disappointed, not on my Raw, but on the actual last Raw. Oh, is he? Oh, yep, there you go. Butt to the face. Homage to Rikishi. Shout out to Rikishi, by the way. Rikishi's awesome. And happy birthday to the Road Dogg Jesse James. I just kind of remembered seeing that on Facebook. I was like, hey, the Road Dogg Jesse James. So happy birthday to him. I think he's 47 now? Old is, pretty old.
Remember, momentum in WWE can...
Oh, and Luke Gallows reversing it there. And now Luke Gallows has the advantage, planting Generic Uso to the mat. And now Carl Anderson back into this matchup.
He's got to make the tag.
So now Carl Anderson back into this matchup here. And the Usos have to find a way to get momentum back on their side if they want to win this match. Because I tell you what, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are one hell of a tag team, and it's going to be hard to beat them. And I got to say, if the Vaudevillains retain the tag team titles, it's going to be hard for me to figure out who should be the new #1 contenders. Because right now, we got the club, who are absolutely outstanding. If the Usos win, then the Usos deserve at least some recognition. The New Day, Enzo and Cass, there are quite a few teams. Breezango is undefeated as a tag team right now. So Breezango deserves some credit. So, I mean, there are a lot of tag teams that deserve possible shots at the tag team titles, especially if Vaudevillains retain. If Vaudevillains retain, I'm probably going to go for new #1 contenders, so that way we don't have the New Day just constantly at the top. We don't want them constantly at the top of the division, even though New Day does rock. You know, we got to have some changes to the tag team division. I'm honestly surprised the Vaudevillains won, to be honest with you. I was expecting New Day to win, and we'd move on, and we'd see how this could have been a #1 contenders match for the tag titles if New Day had won. But instead, we're getting this is just kind of a match that, you know, if you win, you get some recognition. People that are watching this can say, you know what, maybe they deserve a title shot. Oh, super kick from out of nowhere. And Generic Uso going for the pin. 2, and a kick out by Carl Anderson at 2. And Carl Anderson taking that kick to the back like a boss. Just kicks his back and he's like, oh, is that supposed to hurt? Get off me. Now Carl Anderson, 1, 2, and a kick out by Generic Uso at 2. So this match will continue going here. And now Generic Uso punching to the stomach. Carl Anderson. I don't know where the other Generic Uso is. Oh, there he is. I think I see his arm. Yeah, he's just... Why is he standing there? He's not even going up to the ropes.
This is a serious situation here.
Oh, nope, he's just standing there. Is this the end of the Usos? No, okay, he's there. I don't know why it was taking so long. I was like, is he just going to walk out? He's just going to walk out on other Generic Uso. If I know who it was, I can make a rivalry of that, but no. Don't know which one it is. Here we go. Here we go. Luke Gallows planting him. Planting Generic Uso with that chokeslam powerbomb. I believe that's what it was technically. 1, 2, and a kick out by Generic Uso at 2. Unbelievable. How the hell did he kick out of that?
And the ref starts to count.
I am absolutely stunned. And now everybody's in the... Oh, no, everybody was in the ring at the time. And now Generic Uso trying to kick the back of Luke Gallows and failing. But then he immediately reverses the reversal. And now that reversal leads to a atomic drop on the feet of Gallows. Now Anderson and Gallows are both in the ring at the same time and jumping off, and there's a headbutt by Generic Uso, and Generic Uso goes to tag out to other Generic Uso. And now other Generic Uso is in this match. And other Generic Uso off the ropes, and a head splash misses. And oh man, did Luke Gallows just go for the bro kick? And now go to the top rope. And now kicking Generic Uso. And now throwing Luke Gallows into the corner is Generic Uso. And this Generic Uso tosses him to the other side. And now tossing Gallows off. And here we go. Headbutt to the back of Luke Gallows by Generic Uso. And now elbow to the stomach by Luke Gallows.
Taking advantage.
I think they just said Jimmy Uso's taking advantage, so that's Jimmy. So Jimmy the Generic Uso drops Luke Gallows.
Not a lot of spring left in his step right now.
And Generic. Okay, that was bad. Generic Uso with the advantage here.
Not today, too fast. Oh, wait.
Man, maybe I scared everybody away.
Jimmy Uso has taken control again.
And oh man, Generic Uso with the clothesline.
Serious damage. You can't take too many of those and expect to be in the match much longer.
And now, Generic Uso trying to get that stomp on Luke Gallows and failing, and Luke Gallows planting Generic Uso. 1, 2, and a kick out by Generic Uso at 2. This match has been off the chain so far, and Luke Gallows now. And Generic Uso punch to the face of Luke Gallows. And now tossing Luke Gallows, and here comes the flying headbutt. Flying headbutt by Generic Uso. And Generic Uso goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Generic Uso at 2. Or by Luke Gallows at 2. My apologies. And now Luke Gallows planting Generic Uso. Carl Anderson Oh, man, and planting, doing the splash. And Carl Anderson, it looks like he was super drunk there for a second.
And there's the count.
I mean, just look at him. He's just like, ugh. Now, Luke Gallows tosses.